That is the biggest mistake you can ever make in dating. The biggest mistake you can ever make say in dating is never try to be a relationship bender. You are not Avatar or relationship tar. You know, this is that manipulation.
Water, air, fire.
No, I don't know. I don't know what. Not relationship benders. You cannot bend relationship
cross
to
it, Bridget.
suit your
Don't do it.
preference. If it is not there, it is not there.
Yeah.
Let's get into the
Debunking.
deeper conversation. What is dating? What really is dating?
So according to this definition we have, dating is a process of getting to know not just one person but multiple people. It's a discovery process. I don't know if you've ever gone through the if you've ever done a discovery in a lawsuit. They dig up everything. They want to know the high school you went to. They want to know how much debts you have. They want to know how many credit cards you have. They want to know everything. So that discovery phase is very detailed.
Right.
That is what dating should be, not just for one person, but for multiple people. You have 5 candidates or 10 candidates, and for each of those, you're doing extensive research to find out what their history is like, what their family dynamic is like, you know, who they are at their core, you know, because this is important to see who is suitable with you based on your own values and your upbringing.
Right. Your
And
maturity.
so you can actually narrow it down.
Right.
And your maturity.
To see if you align.
Absolutely.
You know, again, in maturity and so many other things that we spoke about,
Yes.
because those things are very vital and important if you're going to build a relationship with anyone. And just to make it a little bit clearer, when you're dating, you can also call it the elimination phase.
The elimination phase, absolutely,
Right?
absolutely.
It's a phase where you are going through the girl is talking to multiple different guys and she's seeing who aligns with her purpose more. And by purpose, we're not talking about spiritual purpose. That is included too, but we are not just solely talking about spiritual purpose.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm talking about your life as an individual and your dreams, your goals, your aspirations and what you want to do with your life, where you want to go. You want to make sure that where you want to go, the person that you are going to date is the right fit for that purpose, you know. So all of those things must be factored in. And what you're doing in the dating phase is that you're saying, okay, I've spent a couple of weeks with you. I'm, you know, based on what I'm seeing, you are not the one. I think I like her better. Or it's dating, babe. It's literally like pop the balloon and find love.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's
but
literally like
balloon is more like a speed dating kind
right.
of thing.
It's literally like more like a
Yeah.
speed dating. You know, real dating is a process.
It is a process.
You know, you see all of that
Can't be
lineup.
rushed. It cannot be
Cannot
rushed.
be rushed because you
be
talk about the discovery phase where you're doing the background checks, you get to know the family. A lot of people, again, guys, a lot of people think that family is not important.
Oh God.
Let me tell you something. You see, if you're going to marry somebody and your parents don't like them,
Problem, especially if you have a close knit with your parents, if you have a relationship with, because we know that a lot of people don't
But how-
have a relationship with their
right.
parents. But if you do,
if you do,
please,
if
and your parents love you and they're actually good people, trust their
trust them.
Yeah, trust them.
I've heard the
Please.
stories of many people, and I would love to hear how many people know of stories or probably have experienced this. How many people know of stories where people were getting married and their parents weren't happy with the person they
weren't
were
happy.
getting married to?
Mother not even show up at the wedding.
And then
Our father not show up at the wedding.
and then that relationship ended. Mine was a prime example. Yours was an
yeah.
example as well.
Well, my parents were both there,
But
but my
they-
mother wasn't pleased, and my father was just like, "Well,
Right.
right?
But
You don't want that."
Yeah, my you know, something my father told me, and it had nothing to do with the woman that I was getting married to. He just believed, like many others, that I was too young. He believed that the decision that I was making, it was being made too early and I wasn't ready. 22 is really young.
It's pretty young,
I'm
especially for a man.
especially for a man,
Yeah,
you
worse
know.
for a woman. It's
So
bad for a woman, but worse for a
for a
man.
man, yeah,
Yeah,
we're still in the discovery phase of our
yeah. You're not
lives,
even
you know,
established. Everything is
not
just
not
not in.
established. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there and ours is not the only stories I know
Oh,
of.
so many,
There are so many. So
so
guys,
many.
leave a comment down below. How many people do you know who they were getting married, their parents weren't happy with the
Their
person they,
decision, yeah, or the
and
person.
eventually the marriage ended? Comment down below. It might
Mm,
just be a 1% thing. It might be a lot of people. I don't know.
that's true.
Yeah. But moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
So, guys, before you start dating, there are some questions that you need to ask yourself and sit with yourself and be honest with yourself about. I know this is something I stress a lot on this channel because I'm all about introspection, journaling. These are some questions you need to ask yourself. Number one, am I emotionally healthy? Not the other
Mm,
person,
mm.
you.
And
Are
that,
you emotionally healthy?
babe, and stick up in, that is so important.
Uh huh.
We spoke about the dangers in the video we did and trauma,
Mm-hmm.
healing from relationship or
Absolutely.
past
Yeah, yeah,
trauma.
yeah.
We stress the importance of not dating broken people. Guys, let me tell you something.
Don't do it.
That is the biggest mistake you can ever make in dating. The biggest mistake you can ever make in dating is to date a broken individual, someone who is suffering from past trauma,
Mm-hmm.
whether it is family trauma or
Or relationship
relationship
trauma.
trauma.
Leave them so they can heal
The
themselves.
truth is, every single one of us suffer from
Some
some
kind of
trauma,
trauma, yeah.
especially family trauma.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us come from dysfunctional family dynamics, and that's the
Absolutely.
truth.
Yeah, yeah.
However, there are many individuals who have taken the time to do the work, to work on themselves, to improve upon themselves, and to become better individuals. But there are many people who are still suffering from those dysfunctional relationships, and they
Absolutely.
have toxic traits,
Hmm.
right? They have a lot of toxic traits, guys. And you have to be able to identify these traits. Listen, we say this, the signs are always there.
They're not going anywhere.
Though subtle they might be, the signs, toxic signs are always there. It might just be a loud outburst over something simple or something of the sort, you
Yeah.
know, but the signs are always there. I don't believe that you can ever meet somebody and you don't see a trait that might become toxic, or you don't see a trait that might become problematic in the relationship. It's
Mm-hmm.
always there,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good to address
Mm-hmm.
them when you see
Early,
them,
early.
you know. But as you said, guys, again, never date a person who is broken, especially people who are coming from broken relationship, because tell you this is what's going to happen. This is exactly what's going to happen. She's going to come from that relationship for the guys, and everything that that guy did, you are going to pay for it. I promise you, you are going to pay for it.
And bring it from the side of the family because
Female,
nobody talks about the family.
no, but before we get there,
Uh-huh.
for the guy, he's going to come from that toxic relationship, and he's going to turn everything on you. You're going to get the blame. You can't make one move without him accusing you of doing something, because it's the same toxic environment that he's coming from. So it's always important to ask people, when was your last relationship? And they
They
always
always
ask
ask
this
that
and,
on
and
Pop the
pop the
Balloon,
balloon. And it's a
yeah.
very important question. When was your last relationship? Because that is important. Some people might be able to get over it in a year. Some people might be able to get over it in 6 months. Some people might need longer,
Yes.
So
And you need to take that time.
you
Don't
need to
rush
take that
it.
time. Don't, if you know you're not ready for another relationship, don't rush into it.
And if you see the signs, if you're trying to enter into a relationship with someone and you see that they are not fully healed from their relationship, don't try to play God. You're going to hurt yourself by trying to
Mm,
salvage
mm,
whatever
mm.
humane particles of their being that is left. You don't do that.
You know what I
Don't
would,
do that.
you know what
Leave
I
them
would say?
alone. Let them really sit with themselves, sort themselves out, and
Mm-hmm.
then present themselves to the world and to others in the dating pool as a whole person. You are not supposed to expend yourself as this walking mat to help this person come back to a whole
To
form.
reality.
No, no,
We
no, no.
always think that we can fix
Especially if they're
people.
adults, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Let them sit by themselves and do the work themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because you trying to fix them is not going to fix
It's not
them.
gonna
Them
work.
seeing the need to fix themselves and to be better is gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's this saying that I always say that never try to be a relationship bender. You are not avatar or relationship tar. This is that manipulation.
Water, air, fire.
No, no, I don't know. I don't know what they say. Manipulation, narcissist. I don't know what's the other two.
Manipulation, narcissist,
Toxicity. Like,
toxicity,
people,
psychopaths.
you are not relationship benders. You cannot bend
You can't
relationship
cross
to
it, brethren.
suit your
Don't do it.
preference. If it is not there, it is not there.
Yeah.
You know,
Babe, you know
you
what?
are not God, as you said,
Mm-hmm.
rightfully said, babe. You cannot change anyone. I
True.
made that mistake and I paid for it dearly. Dearly. Never try to play God. Never try to fix a broken woman. Women, never try to fix a broken man. You cannot do it. You could have loved him from Wappy kill Philip. You could have loved him from US, go Canada, go right back to Europe. You can never and will never be able to change. Hey, there are certain people, not even God will not intervene with their change. Because if them no want change, God not go force them, and some
That
people
God not
just
go
don't
trip them and
want.
say,
Yeah,
yo, you need
some
to
people
change,
don't want to
No, they
change.
don't want to change. They
So
don't want to change.
until, as you always say to me, babe, and you say it so profoundly, so can you say it? You
What?
always talk about something about it. It's underline of people won't change until they want to, but you say it so profoundly when you
Okay.
say it
About
to
the
me.
toxic relationship. A person's not going to leave a toxic relationship.
No, it's unchanged. You always say like,
Oh, I see what you're talking about. A person is not, a person can change for somebody else, but it's not going to be as significant. But you see,
no,
if they change for
mm-hmm,
themselves,
mm-hmm,
if they change for themselves because they sat with themselves and they realize, yo,
yeah,
life is not good. This is not who I
mm-hmm,
want to be. I want to be a better man. I want to be a better woman. If they change on those grounds, that is, as I've said before, gold. Because guess what? Somebody else pressuring you into stop smoking or stop drinking or stop doing this or stop cheating or so and so
mm-hmm,
is you doing it for them. You see, when you start doing it for you, that is when the true power steps in, because that is your desire aligned with your will and your and the power of God to help you overcome that crap that you think that you want to overcome. But if they just want you to overcome it because they want the best version of you and you don't care about the best version of you, in a really matter.
yeah,
I know I didn't say it the same way.
yeah,
Sorry.
you did.
I know I didn't say it the same way, but that is the essence of the message. Change because you want to change, not because the people around you want to change. Change because you see within yourself a need to be better, a need to improve, a need to be comfortable in your body and not feel ashamed of who you are when you're alone with yourself. Because guess what? You're going to be by yourself, with yourself for the rest of your life. So you want to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and just to move through these 2 points, guys.
Mm-hmm.
When you're dating, you must know what you're looking for.
I make you give me a
The
little bit.
the
No, you know, say
idea.
full of your cup and you give me none. It's all
Yeah,
right.
are you a bibber?
So this cup, this a glass you can share.
Are
I
you
know
a
say,
bibber?
me measure it. No, me measure it. Come.
Babe, listen.
No, it's only glass straight. Me come up piece here pour no
Listen,
more than
hold
your
on. Let
cup
me
and
make
me
this
put me
point.
mine.
Let me make this point, guys.
Sure.
You see her go
Some
like
of
she a
me feel
bibber.
sweet.
But listen, 2 things. Number one, when you're dating, you must know what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that you do not have a type baffles my mind. I think every single human being have a type. You, to say that you don't have a type is to say that anything can come and you accept it. And
Yeah.
I know that's not the truth for
It's not the truth, yeah.
for people. There are certain things that you're looking for, certain personality traits, certain behavioral patterns that
Certain
you want to
images,
see,
external
certain
phenotypical
images,
typical images, yeah.
certain characteristics. So everybody have a type. Whether you want to accept that or acknowledge that, yes or no, you do have a type. So when you're dating, you must know what you are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That is important. And number two, the worst time to date, I always tell you this, babe, the worst time to date is when you are lonely
Are you looking?
and you're looking
Yeah,
for
search
someone.
desperately for
Do
somebody.
not do not date when you are actively
You
looking.
pick up anything and think say a goal. You pick up,
When
you pick up shit. I think say a diamond. I want to look at diamond, you look
I
at
think
dirt
you
funny.
meant
I
to
don't know
say
dirt.
shite.
Okay, you pick up dung. You pick up
Shite, right?
cow's dung and you
Mm-hmm.
think it's diamond because it's hardened over time in the sun. And you're thinking, yeah,
It's
it's just a
good.
little, it's just a
Yeah.
reflection of the sun, yeah. No, it is crap.
Yeah.
No.
But I think the worst time to date definitely is when you're actively looking. Never try to date to escape loneliness.
Mm,
It's a bad thing to do.
yeah.
It's a horrible thing to do. You need to take that time. I think that when I met you, I wasn't searching.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was actively searching, you know, but like it was like, dang man, can't I just find someone who's a good girl? And then someone said to me, they said, "Hey Kevin, listen, man, you're a handsome guy. You are a very good person. You just need to take the time. Like every woman is going to want to date a guy like you. You just need to take the time to relax, spend time with yourself, work on yourself, and I promise you the right person is going to come."
Absolutely.
I said that someone told me that before I met you.
Mm-hmm.
And then shortly after I met you.
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's important, guys. Never date when you are actively looking or actively desiring someone.
Yeah, it's
It's the
not a good
worst
time.
time.
You're going off of hormones. You're going off of desperation instead of intentionally searching for someone who aligns with your values and your core goals and your vision for your life. So no, it's no, never a good time. I wouldn't suggest that.
Our love isn't absent problems, but it sure is absent drama. You deserve this kind of love. Unfiltered Heart Talks with the Dawkins.